Hello everyone, this is Nao. So today I want to talk about why, as a Japanese, I need to practice speaking English, and is there anything good that's gonna happen when I can speak English and interact with people. So why am I, as a Japanese, learning English and speaking it with much confidence? So here's my memo. So my learning English journey started with loving feeling. I actually became a huge fan of this amazing girls singing group from the UK. His name was Little Mix when I was around, 12. I think it was my first love ever in my entire life at that point. Because until the time that I found Little Mix and knew I loved them, even if my elementary school friends were talking about their favorite idols and their favorite actresses, I wasn't really understanding what they were talking about and where their passion was coming from. So I was just getting confused, how do you know that? How do you know you love them? And how do you know you don't love that much and love this much? And how do you recognize yourself as a fan of this person? I never had that kind of experience at the time, so I was just no idea what are you guys talking about. That's the kind of elementary school student I was. But once I discovered Little Mix and I just realized I loved them, I just knew that feeling, and that was my first time to ever to love something that much. I still have such a clear image of my own emotions that I was feeling at that time. I never experienced those instant loving something, being into something feeling until I discovered mine. That was shocking in such a good way for me, and I started loving music, and those mainly British so-called pops and American pops too. All of those people who are singing in English as a language. Just to be clear, I think what language to be used didn't matter at all. But what I have been hearing in Japanese music and what I have been hearing in music with the language English were totally different. Music with English that I was listening to was completely filled with this love emotions, and which gave me so much of those embracing myself feeling, such a big part of self-confidence and self-love, how to see world, how the world is working, how wrong it is sometimes, how beautiful it is, and how nasty and mean the world is sometimes. All of those things that I have never learned from my Japanese school, nor my family, nor my friends, were there in the music. And so music was the whole teacher for me. Thanks to that, I could have educated myself. They educated me in that way, because nobody and nothing had taught me those touching, beautiful feelings and kinds of sense to see the world until I met music. Then I started drowning into working on speaking in English, because what I loved the most was completely music, but I was running after all the musicians footages. I loved watching their interview videos, their music videos, and also vlog video, tour blogs on YouTube and on the internet. I was just craving for educating myself enough to have conversation with them and to be able to understand what they were talking about in the videos, what kind of messages they are delivering through talking and singing, what's in their souls, what motivated them to do that, just genuinely their thoughts on their minds, and all of those things I desperately wanted to know. I was dying to know all of them, and I wanted to understand them by myself, not through something else and someone else, because I was attracted to their kind of philosophies and also mindsets that I could have found only in English and music at that time, and zero in Japanese around me, at least for me, and in that situation of mine. And then English sounded for me so cool and amazing, and this instant feeling came down to me, ooh, I want to follow them. I want to have their mindsets and spirits. So I got attracted to the culture and language so drastically. The thing is that I've never met them even once, never, but it's like they've been seeing me this whole time here. Have you ever been to next to me? I've never met him, but they just they really do get me so real, and they like literally were the only ones who got what I was going through and processing in my mind by myself. So it's a very kind of magical feeling. I just wanted to understand what was going on with them because it's a language I never thought it would be impossible for me to do, because it's a language and it's a communication skill, and I had Japanese, so that's enough proof that I could be capable of speaking in a language. That's all for today. Thank you.